Good Tuesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm the host for South Carolina Weather, Justin Peterson. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Tuesday evening. Now, looking at the weather right now, as you can see, South Carolina is looking pretty good, except for if you're if you're over here in the western portion of South Carolina. We do have a special weather statement that goes all the way up here for Greenwood, South Carolina, Fairplay, South Carolina, and just to the west of Sandy Springs and Starr, South Carolina. But Abbeville, Greenwood, and Hodges, South Carolina, is now under a special weather statement, really, for around a good, if I was to guess, 40 mile per hour wind gusts. Yeah, 40 miles per hour wind gusts, 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts with those storms as they pass through. So you're definitely going to have to watch out for some isolated 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts and some very, very small hail. Not a lot that you really have to worry about due to that. But if we go on ahead and look at the MRMS, if you go on ahead and zoom out a little bit, you go on ahead and switch over to the winter weather radar. Um, you can see that it's a bit quiet out here, not a lot, in terms of any type of like severe thunderstorm watches. South Carolina, obviously, some isolated showers and storms. Georgia, some isolated showers and storms. And Tennessee Valley going all the way up into the Ohio Valley. We do have some rain showers going all the way up into there. The eastern portion of the U.S. as well is also here bringing some downpours, and we do have a bunch of rain going throughout the Rockies, even up here in the northern Rockies. The West Coast or the Pacific Northwest are doing relatively well, but it's a rainy day pretty much everywhere throughout the United States, the lower 48 at least. Let's go on ahead and talk about our cloud cover. So if we go on ahead and move it forward, here you can see we do have some very isolated, very scattered cloud cover, kind of like some high clouds right now. Not really a whole bunch. Really just gonna have to watch out for those high clouds, especially up there inside of the Midlands and the upstate of South Carolina. If you went ahead and push it here over here to the Charleston region, Savannah region, we do have some clouds down there and some clear spots as well going from Myrtle Beach, Florence, all the way into Allendale as well. Here is our cloud cover, total wise. If you go ahead and push it back, we're actually not going to push it forward this time. We're going to push it back. As you can see, this only goes around 9 hours out or so. So we need to go back a little further. And here we go, starting off at around 8 o'clock. Here we go. We push it forward. Now we're pushing it forward. We do have some clouds, wow, that are pushing into South Carolina. And we will have some more as the night progresses, but as we get into tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, those clouds again, still isolated and scattered in most places. Still going to be pretty cloudy out there tomorrow. Definitely some mostly cloudy to cloudy skies for most people, but it will finally start to break down a little bit as we get into the overnight hours. You can kind of see like where like that low pressure is. You have the low pressure right here. You have like some very kind of like some very dull clouds at on the backside, and then you have this line right here. This is the line of clouds, meaning potentially a line of storms, a line of rain, and so this is a classic low pressure system. Here is our current temperature: 70 in Columbia, 75 in Charleston, 73 in Myrtle Beach, 70 in Greenville, 71 in Augusta, 70 in Rock Hill, and 71 in Sumter. Here's our low temperatures for tonight: around 69 in Charleston, 68 in Myrtle Beach, 65 in Columbia, 62 in Greenville, Spartanburg, 63 in Anderson and Rock Hill, as well as 70 down there in Hilton Head Island, the hottest for tonight. Here is our precipitation forecast: around a good quarter of an inch for mainly everyone inside the state, maybe a half an inch for people up there inside of the upstate, but around a good quarter of an inch to a half an inch for pretty much everybody, maybe except if you're down there near the Beaufort, Allendale, Hilton Head Island regions, western Charleston County, Colleton, coastal Colleton County, all of Jasper County, all of those counties down there. Can pretty much expect around a good hundredth of an inch to a tenth of an inch. Everyone else a quarter of an inch to a half an inch, but would not be surprised one bit if somewhere in the upstate we do get an inch of rain. Here's our SPC outlook for today and tomorrow and the day after that. So here's day one. You can see we're still under that marginal risk. We pretty much have a 2% risk for tornadoes still, 5% chance for damaging winds still, 5% chance of damaging hail still. So we got to wait for them to update that. But it seems like that they're going to stay with it. Here's tomorrow. We do have a marginal risk of severe weather for tomorrow. That does come with actually no chance really for a tornado. The biggest threats are actually going to be hail, the isolated large hail and isolated damaging winds as well. Again, no chance for a tornado tomorrow. And then here's our excessive rainfall, where we do have a marginal risk for a little tiny tip of the Blue Ridge Mountains up there inside of the upstate of South Carolina. This is for day 4, Friday. And as we go into Saturday, here is our day 5 excessive rainfall outlook for Saturday. I know we got some people planning some stuff on Saturday. We are under a day 1 marginal risk of excessive rainfall for Saturday. That does come with a 5% chance of flash flooding and a minor risk of some flooding for like creeks, streams, in places like that. So definitely gonna have to expect some rain on Saturday if things shape up to the way that they're going to be. Here is our future just tracker, just in general. We went ahead and push this forward. You can see that rain pretty much continues going into like the 17th, up, especially up there inside the upstate, as a high pressure tries to develop for like the coastal regions, for like the low country of South Carolina. But as we get into the 18th, it pretty much gets pushed away as more rain goes through. The 17th, the 18th, the 19th even. The 20th and the 21st, we take a little break, but then the 22nd, we start to get some more rain as well. Then, we take a little bit of a break. Some more snow decides it wants to build up there in the Pacific Northwest, in the higher elevations. And then a little storm system wants to try to traverse over there near Minnesota, the Dakotas as well, bringing some severe weather potentially to Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky, and Arkansas, Tennessee. That's potential. Still around a good 200 hours out. And then here it reaches South Carolina, bringing us some heavy rainfall really for on May the 25th. Then more rain on the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, and it's going to be an active period for us for sure. Definitely gonna have to keep the umbrella with you for probably until like the end of May. I mean, obviously we're gonna have some nice days, like Thursday, for example. Thursday, for most of the state at least, should be a pretty nice day. But obviously that can change in an instant, so I'm not going to say that it's confirmed just yet. But Thursday should be the nicest day of the week. If Sunday was not, then Thursday will be. But let's go ahead and hear it from our audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can go ahead and leave a chat right now if you're inside of the live chat right now. So let's go ahead and push it over to here. And here we are. So here it is. Ms. Tolliver said, "Good evening. Glad we got some rain today. Now, if we only got humidity, not only if the humidity would go away, and we talked about the humidity being around 96 or so. Now it is 96. It was 95, and it's gradually rising, and it's at 96 now. Good evening, brother man. I hope all is well. I know you're doing a good job. Tune in tomorrow evening. Be blessed, cousin Cheryl." Thank you so much for that. And that's all that I see. So we're going to go ahead and do our San Antonio forecast real quick. That's my background that you can see. So that's, I'm just trying to figure that out. All right. Let's go ahead and zoom our way down and go straight to the models and go to the temperature. And let's go ahead and move down. So starting off at 9 p.m., you can already see it's already still around 89 degrees as I'm making this right now. As we go back to the 18Z, because I want to go ahead and talk about that. Oops. Okay. So going into tonight, lows around the low 70s or so. I need to refresh that. All right. That should do it, hopefully. I hope it does. All right. So, we push into tonight, low temperatures around the mid 60s. But then as we go into tomorrow, high temperatures around 94. So it's going to be again hot tomorrow. You've already received around 100-degree temperatures already. So, you've seen this before. But as we go into 2 p.m. on May the 16th, going to be around 2 p.m. And your low for tomorrow night is going to be in the low 70s. And then as you go into your composite reflectivity, which just pretty much shows rain, you were looking pretty good, pretty much, for going into tomorrow as well and tonight, and it looks like you're going to be good as well. Maybe a couple of raindrops going into May the 16th at around 7 o'clock in the morning or so, but it should not be really that much of a convenience. If any rainfall, there's going to be barely any at all. It may not even be noticeable. And that's all that I see. So I don't see any more questions. Make sure y'all hit the like button as well. We have 6 people in here and only 3 likes. So let's go ahead and get that like button hit up as well. We are at 97, if I'm not mistaken, 97 subscribers. We need 3 more, and we will be at 100. Remember, we're trying to get to 100 by May the 31st. So please go on out and share this. Hit the like button and the subscribe button as well. And that's pretty much all that I have. I don't see anything else. I'm gonna go back to the go live real quick just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I don't see anything. Go back to live chat, not seeing anything. So that's all that I have. So everyone have a fantastic Tuesday night. I'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll be halfway done with the week. And I will still be in the chat for like another 5 or so minutes if you have any questions. Also, leave a comment if you're on the regular recording as well. Make sure you also hit the like button. Everyone have a fantastic... Everyone have a fantastic...